everybody. Welcome to our live. I am Heather, and we're coming to you live each and every day, Monday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. So you get to know about Luminess and what we have to offer, anything and everything. So it's a way for you to ask questions, to see it being done. Obviously, I start with no makeup on and then apply it as we go along. And so you can ask any questions. It doesn't have to be about what we're talking about at the moment. If it's something else or if it's something you want to see, sometimes I can implement that in there. So just let me know. I'm here for you. Yeah. So I left my makeup bag at home. And the only thing I really have in there, hey, Lori, how are you? Only thing I really have in there is my lips, like, because that's all I need for touch-ups. But I was like, oh, my lips are, so I have some of our lip jelly on. So, hey, Jeannie, how are you? I'm doing good. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We always like to cover the beginnings of, like what you get in your kit, how to use it, blah, 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 blah. Thank you. I'm going to have to stop on the tanning tonic because if I do it one more, it's going to be way too dark and I won't even match my chest anymore. Hey, Brenda, how are you? Good morning. Hey, Veronica, Cindy. Everybody's on today. Yeah, so I did get some sun just one day on Monday. We went to the pool and it was cloudy. And we all know sun doesn't go through the clouds. It do. So yeah, I'm a little burnt. Do as I say, not as I do. Apply sunscreen. My daughter had sunscreen on, not me. So anyway, let's go over the beginnings, the starter kit. This is one of our starter kits. This is the Icon. We also have the Icon Pro and the Legend, but we all know the Breeze, and that is our cordless chargeable one, which is amazing. I need to change that picture, and I keep writing it down, and I'm going to forget that. So I'm going to change picture. And so I'm going to be using the Breeze. And hold on, I'm writing down Breeze. Okay. But it all comes with the bottle, like the 2 bottles of foundation, Love and Blush. Love it gives your skin some luminosity, not necessarily, I wouldn't consider it a shine, but it does give it some luminosity. The Blush, super high pigmented. It does bloom on you. It does bloom. So it is going to come up a bit. And when you get started, this is like the basics of what we want you to do. We want to make sure you keep that Breeze moving. Keep it level, keep it pointed directly at your face, and keep it moving. Also, you want to keep it 4 finger widths away. That might sound easy, but what ends up happening when you first start out, when you're a newbie, you either end up doing this because something's blowing at your face, or you come in closer because you're used to touching your face. So watch yourself in the mirror, move it around, slow, just keep. You don't have to do it fast. There's overlap. And then just check yourself every so often to make sure you're that 4 finger widths away. And then you are going to barely pull down on that trigger. You want very little makeup to come out at a time. All right. Oh no. Sunscreen is literally, oh yeah, girl. It 100% is the life. Like, everybody needs to wear. I had a big old hat on, so my face actually was white because my face didn't get any sun. I had sunglasses on and a hat. So I've been using the tanning tonic for my face to match my body. And you can see like my little line there. It wasn't too bad, but at least I got some tan. My legs are white as all get out, but because I was standing in the pool. All right, let's go ahead and start our application. So in this one, I labeled this Blurring Wrinkles and Crinkles. And so I want to talk about the Velvet Veil. I love me some Velvet Veil. A couple of things about Velvet Veil. It actually does more than just blur fine lines and wrinkles. When this first came out, we had a bunch of people posting it like on their hands. They would do it on their hand and show you the difference because it does blur like pores. I don't want to say it fills them in, but it does blur the look of them. And I have larger pores around here. It even helps with redness, which I wasn't expecting it to do, but it does. And so that's kind of another added step. But with Velvet Veil, you will want to put this on after moisturizer. So like if you put your own moisturizer, hey, Deborah, good to see you. You can put the moisturizer on, and then I would wait a few minutes if you're using a regular moisturizer, and then you can put this on. And then you would go straight to airbrushing. It does not work with traditional makeup. So if you're going to apply any type of like concealer, it's not going to work. It'll like clump up. Now you can try it. It might've been the concealers that I tried, but you can try it, but typically I don't believe it's going to work. And so you will want to airbrush directly on. Now, if I put this on, I airbrush my foundation, I can use like a traditional blush or traditional contour, those kind of things. But anything that's creamy, you'll want to airbrush. Like it's not going to work with that. It'll work only with airbrush. Make sense? Okay. So this is called Velvet Veil. It does have a dropper. Okay. And I think the directions will say like, a couple of drops. This is what I'm going to tell y'all. Y'all are getting the DO, the download. This is like liquid gold too. So what I end up doing is I'll shake it up. Hold on. I'll shake it up. Then I take the dropper and I do this. And that's what I use. Because I don't want to waste it. And I feel if you did the dropper thing, like it's only going in that area, and I feel like you're wasting it. And so I just pat it into place. Now you can put it all over. I put it on my laugh lines or my crow's feet here. Then I'm obviously going to put it here. And it will, I was really surprised. It does help with the redness. Dorothy. So yeah, you can use it everywhere. Or if you're one of those ladies, you're like, Heather, I shine all the time. Like nothing keeps me matte. Velvet Veil is going to be great for you because you can put it in those areas. Like if you're oily in your T-zone area, put Velvet Veil there. Okay. I don't put it everywhere. I know I have some issues. Hey, Andrea, I know I have issues like right here with some broken capillaries and pores. And then I do it over here. But notice, what am I doing? You know, my favorite word, tap it out, tap it out. And I just right there. So you don't have to do it everywhere. And you don't want to apply too much. If you're like, no, I need more, don't do it. Don't apply more. Because if you apply more, then it's going to get like chalky and it just gets too much buildup. But that's why you can kind of slide it in first, but then just tap it into place. And it's already dry. My skin feels very soft. But again, it's not going to let traditional concealers or foundation move. So you will want to go straight to airbrushing. Okay. So what do I want to use today? What do I want to use today? Let's do, I feel like I do that all the time. You know what? Let's use Glow because this is a good example of, so Glow only comes in this color. And this is I call this one a true highlighter because there's no shimmer in it. Now, if you put this on and it's way too light for you, in the beginning, when you're a newbie, chances are you're spraying too heavy, okay? So if you're seeing this way too quick and it's too light for you, then you know that you're spraying too much. But to make things a little easier, you can put a drop or two of foundation in, mix that together, and that will help you a little bit with applying it, okay? So you get it down. But Glow is going to be a highlighter. Now, we have a lot of things that overlap. I'm going to be applying Glow underneath my eyes, kind of start my coverage, but I'm going to apply it right here. I am using it as a concealer. Even though it's a highlighter, I'm still using it as a concealer. because I don't want to have to use glow, then use a concealer. Then you don't have to do that with airbrush makeup. Why? Because you don't touch your face. We're not wiping anything off, right? And so I want to show you, because glow is going to be super white on me right now because I'm so dark. And so you'll be able to see it if it's not correct. Okay, so I'm gonna start under my eyes. I'm gonna angle my system down just a little bit, start my movement. And there, that's one pass. Am I gonna want more coverage there? Oh yeah, but I'm gonna go over here. Right there, okay? Now you should start seeing it kind of lighten up a bit. I don't want it to be a huge difference, but notice you don't see any demarcation lines. It just should start lightening up. I can do a little bit on my nose. It does make your skin feel like velvet. Go back underneath my eyes. And start doing some of the cover up that I need. Okay. Now look, I think this one's a little bit lighter. Let's go back over here. Okay. So again, you're spraying super light. So there definitely is a difference from when I started to now. You see kind of this, oh, her eye. It's like the old movies where when they are like when they move, the camera moves to a woman and they have this like soft lit eyes. It's like that. Deborah's like, I still haven't mastered keeping my eyes open. And that's why, Deborah, you always want to point it directly at you. But when you go under your eyes, just go boop, down just a little bit. And then when you move down, you can even it out. Does that make sense? All right. So now I'll go in with my foundation. And I think today I'm going to be using, I don't know what I'll be using. Let's see. Let's see what I'll be using. I think 3 is going to be too light. This is a 5 in silk. Maybe we'll use that. Yeah, let's do a 5 in silk. So I'm shaking my silk up. I think this is one I haven't used yet. I'm gonna have to pop the lid off for a second. Put my drops in. And then start my system. And then starting just in one spot, I'm going to make one pass. Andrew, on the how-to, it was cut off. I think they put it, oh, I need to look at that, make sure. So now I'm just kind of going around and going to where it's, where I'm kind of blending it and getting the coverage that I need. Now, I also didn't do my blush yet. And when I do my blush first, I get some coverage. And so I'm going to go in, hit those problem areas, blend it down my neck. And there we go. Now notice how everything just is blending in, right? You don't have the real, like it blended the light part where I used the glow. I didn't have to go underneath my eyes again because I already got that coverage with glow. I put way too many drops in here. Let's go ahead and finish using this. I put way too many drops. Go ahead and finish some coverage. All right. Now, I'm going to blow the rest of that out. Now, getting my blush. Ooh, this is plum blush. So shaking up my blush. And I haven't used this in a while, so I'm shaking up really good. And then I'll put about 2 drops. See this one, I needed way too much because I had to pour it in. So we'll fix that. Turning my system on. And then, hey Patty, how are you? Now the blush, the plum blush is a little pinker, and just because it seems deeper in color, that's okay because anybody can use it. You may only use 1 drop of blush, of the plum blush, if you're light skin tone. So I'm going to go up here a little bit, still do my kind of contour blush. And you just have to watch it because I'm not doing it before foundation, so I don't want to get it too much because I don't want to look like a crazy person. So that's all I'm going to do, because remember, the blush does bloom on you. And I'm going to put some Tip Top Cleaner in here real quick. I'm going to let that sit while I finish. So pores, you don't see them. They're blurred. Fine lines and wrinkles, blurred. You don't see them. But again, guys, with the Velvet Veil, a little bit goes a long way. Just like with any of our stuff, a little bit goes a long way. So you just want to kind of slide that in, tap it out, and then that's it. Cindy said, I like using the plum blush during the fall and winter months. Ooh, I like that. And remember, guys, you can mix the blushes. You can mix the blush with each other, or you can mix the blush with luminizers. You can mix the blush with Love. You can mix it with Glow to change it up a little bit. If you are lighter skin tone and you got the plum and you're like, I think that's going to be too much for me, put a drop of Love in there with it, and that makes a big difference. All right, I'm going to grab my Nude and Naughty, my staple, my go-to, my can't live without. Let me grab a paper towel. And what do I want to do? Let's do some shimmer. I haven't done shimmer in a while. So I'm going to do kind of a nude shimmer and see what that looks like. So I am going to just first pop that right there. And why am I doing that? Why am I popping it just where the color of my eye is? Because if I'm more wrinkly and crinkly in here, I don't want shimmer. Shimmer acts like airport runway lights. So that's going to draw attention to wrinkles and crinkles. So I'm just going to do that. And if I wanted to, because I believe if you want to wear shimmer, you wear shimmer. I don't care how old you are. I don't care. You just have to watch where you put it. Okay. So you also don't want to overdo it because we don't want to look like a disco ball. Okay. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go in with a blending brush. Can you add a drop or 2 of Velvet Veil to loosen it up if it gets dry? If what gets dry, babe? Can you add a drop or 2 of Velvet Veil to loosen it up? What are we trying to loosen up? What are we trying to loosen? Oh, you know what I should have done? Maybe I should have done this one. Hold on. This is like I might go over this one. Because I have such a bright shirt on. And this is like a little bit of pinky. Oh, water to Velvet Veil? No, ma'am. Just shake it up. Shake it like a Polaroid. Shake it, shake it, shake it. All right, now I'm going to go in. I'm just going to go in with a medium brown. Very neutral. And go in my crease. And just blend these together. And maybe tone down that shimmer just a little bit. Now at this point, because I do have a lot of shimmer on my lid, I probably wouldn't add it anywhere else, if maybe just right here to my lips, to like the Cupid's bow, but that is a lot of shimmer. And so I do like shimmer. I mainly put shimmer like right here and down the nose, but we always like to change it up, right? So that's what I'm going to do there. Now I'm going to grab the flat eyeshadow brush that I use, and I'm going to put liner on the bottom there. And so I'm just putting the top part right there and kind of do. Notice I don't have to pull on my eye, just right there, smudgy smudge face right there. I would say 99.9% of the time I use eyeshadow for underneath to line my eyes, just because that way I'm not pulling on my eye. And you don't want a liquid underneath, because it's going to be way too harsh. It will be too harsh if you use the liquid. If you use the liquid, if that's all you have, you can use it, but make sure you smudge that bad boy too. All right, I'm going to use this. I'm going to line, and I'm going to show you the difference. Like if I added mascara, we'd be good. I mean, it'd be good. But I'm going to add a little bit. Do I want brown though? Let's do brown. I'll blend with some brown. I'm just tickling right at that lash line. Dragging it. I think this one's a little bit newer. Yeah, there we go. And so see how that toned down that shimmer? Go add it to this side. All right. And there we go on that. Now, as I was putting that on, I did notice that I have like a space right there. So what I'm going to do is get a matte neutral color, and you can do it with your finger or you can do it with a brush. And I'll grab this flat eyeshadow brush, and with the same kind of matte neutral color on the inside, I'm just going to do that right there. And right there, just so it matches. And then I'll take my blending brush and blend that back over so it's all consistent. And then see if I need to reline on that inside. So like I've always said, there's always ways to fix, to tweak whatever you need to, okay? So it doesn't, you know, don't think, oh, I messed up on it. Look and see, okay, hey, how can I fix this? If I was like, oh no, I'm not digging this, I don't want it, the shimmer, I could kind of dust it off and then go over it with a matte color and change it up. So you don't necessarily have to start from scratch if you mess up. And same thing with airbrushing. If you mess up with airbrushing, if you get like a makeup, what do? We tap it out. Tap it out and you're good to go. All right, let's add some mascara. And I love the shape of this brush. I say this all the time. Because we know mascara makes a difference. And I put on a few layers of it. And just like that. So I'll probably put on a couple more layers of the mascara to make them stand out a little bit more, but you can see how it stands out on the bottom. All right, let me get my Dusty Rose. Tap it out, tap it out. Now, you obviously see my bright shirt. Let me wipe off some of the, I think I had too much lip conditioner on. And so you think, let's go for bright. But you also want to balance. I don't want bright, right? My eyes are pretty neutral. So yeah, we can go a little bolder on the lips. However, I am wearing bright pink pants along with this top. So I don't want to go into overdrive. Thank you, Jeannie. So I go in and line and fill in with that Dusty Rose, which we know is my staple. We know that I wear this almost every single day. But if we're thinking about that balance, it also just looks like it doesn't do anything, right? Doesn't do anything. So I do want to add some color. So let's grab, I have a bright liquid. Let's see. I don't have a pink. Where are my pinks? Where are my pinks? Let's see if I have a cream confession in a pink. Oop. Oop. Oh, that could work. Or actually, oh no, that's a lip stain. So I want a lip stain. Oh, we'll do this one. We're going to do Sexy Orchid. So we kind of went the other way with it. You did steal all my pinks, Dorothy. And go that way with it. Okay. So it's not pink. So I'm not like matchy match face, but I have the purple on the Sexy Orchid, which still is bright, but has richness to it. And then I lined with the Dusty Rose, so it gives it a little bit more of a neutral tone. Got it? See, there's a lot of things we could play with here. There's a lot of ways to apply it, to have fun with it, to change it up. And again, you can't make mistakes, right? If you don't like something, add something over it, change it up a bit, dust it off a little. You can always change it, right? We can always tweak it. We don't have to start over. But with that Velvet Veil, if you haven't had Velvet Veil, if you haven't tried that, try Velvet Veil. It might be on sale, I'm not sure. Or look in the kits, because sometimes they'll put Velvet Veil in with kits. But again, put your fingers around the dropper and do it that way. That way you are doing the right amount, not doing too much. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. It was so great to see you guys today. Cindy's like, it's like finger paints for adults. And it is. Yes, it is. All right, ladies, thank you so much. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.